Alright, welcome back to the career build series. We're on episode 20. Just took a nap and we got a mission, so we're looking for a boat without exact known location. We'll take the 19 boat and we'll change it up if we need to. So there's some more stuff I want to do when I add a spotlight, so that's something we can do as well. So let's get moving. I also need to fix the thrusters, but yeah, the thrust, but we'll do that. Also need to dim these. So it's over here. Let's turn on the transponder. I don't think it has a transponder, this boat. Also could use roll stability, so we'll go ahead and do some of that as well. So I want to, try to do a little mission, try to do some building. So if we look, it is pretty much direct line from the hospital to the to that other island. So there's the hospital. Here's the other island. Is where? The other island is, I don't know where it is. Maybe to port? I don't think so. There it is. It's to starboard. So if we look at our map, draw it there, we're coming in right here. So we're in the left side of that. So that's fine. We'll be able to kind of get this left side taken care of first, and we'll cut across. We should be able to see it. We had a kind of a dud of a mission there because of, I think I got a mission, then I slept on it, so who knows what happened. But it would be nice if there was, a fire, just because we put in some fire gear, so nice to kind of do that. So we're looking to go, Hospital Island to the, to this airport here that draws the line that goes directly center through it. So should be sweeping port and starboard to the north and to the south here and see what we find. So it's a nice calm sea, so we can use the we can use the horizon to kind of see if we can spot something. And they're much easier to find, when they added the strobes. I don't know how many patches ago that was. They added the strobes, but that helps. But so let's read the mission. It says, a boat in distress has been seen. So it could be any of this area before the island and then a little bit behind it. So could be sitting behind it, but I doubt it. So sometimes they actually crash on land. So that's also another, up there it is, right there. Okay, I think there's a fire too. Either flare or fire. So let's go to port. Saw it. Let's see if I can find it again. Up there it is to the right. We have smoke going up. There it is. Yeah. All right, so we're doing about 33 knots toward it. The boat seems slower because of the low RPM, but it's faster. So. All right, so it looks like it's on fire. It's terrible to wish that on them, but it'd be nice if they added salvage so that we could tow these boats in if we wanted to get some money. It'd also be cool if they had some actual salvage missions where they'd have boats sink and then you have to raise them up and then transport them. So that'd be really cool. All right, so we have one on the bow. It looks like. One amidships, one stern, one in the water. So this is going to be a big rescue. We also have a fire, so we have to put that out. So this will be quite a big rescue. I think I don't know if I think I showed you guys in one of the videos. I reduced the how much throttle each button press will do, so that you can more gradually change your thrust. Alright, so I'm going to get nice and close. Alright, I'm going to put on my fire gear here. I don't have my nav lights on, just realized that. Might be too far away for a fire hose. But, nope, that's perfect. We're hitting it, so. As you can see, I can comfortably from here put out the fire. Here we go. Fire's been extinguished, so our fire system's working well. Nice. Let's put that in the locker. Let's shut our that off. Let's go ahead and we'll get up nice and close. Okay. Alright, so let's put our fire suit away. Should probably put a diving suit in there as well. So we might be able to get a bunch of these people without even having to get in the water. Alright, so let's check them as we put them in, and if they need heals, we'll go ahead and we'll heal them. Can I grab you without getting in the water, sir? Nope. Apparently not, and I need to heal this person. So we'll also check their vessel for anything like med packs we want to appropriate. I already had a med pack on me, but this guy's going to need a bunch, so keep a second one on us. Alright, so do you need heals? Yes, you do. You were standing right in the fire. That was not great of you. And how about you? What do you need? You're doing alright. Let's get you to follow us and see if you will jump in the boat. So... And they did. Beautiful. See, we followed. Perfect. They followed us all the way down. Let's stop following. Let's put you in the seat. Let's grab you and put you in the seat. So that's four for the mission. We're done. Okay, let's go ahead and go straight out of here, and we'll go to the hospital. I think there's actually... Nope, I thought this island had a hospital, but it's not the military one. So we could really use a stability system for roll. That was a nice mission. So that is, if they're all healed up, they'll be 2,000 a pop. So that's 8,000 and 3,000 for the fire. So we're talking 11,000 for the mission. So it was a good mission. All right, so let's check our heading. We can't really see exactly what it is. We're north of west, so let's try a 290. So I could put a digital compass in here. Oh, that was, so it was less than actually. So it was let me say 230. I should have known that. So that's better. So that's gonna put us right on the hospital island at 230 heading. All right, so that's nice with the. We can just have the heading hold us. Still not sure if I like the way that my anchor's set up, but not a big deal. Really calm seas. Let's see what the wind looks like. Wind. So we're in calm wind. There's a bunch of rough seas out here, but yeah, we're all in calm at the moment. Can't tell what direction it's moving. Alrighty, so that was a good mission. That should be pretty lucrative. Shut our lights off here. We need nav lights. Let's shut our cockpit lights off. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll look with our binoculars. So there should be this dock right here is where we're headed. We'll go right there. Alright, so some things we want to consider working on. Roll stability system, that would be helpful. So that's something we want to put in there. Let's see what else we need. Roll stability, spotlight would be good. I think that pretty much is pretty good for now. I probably said something else and I forgot already, but maybe a scuba suit. We could put a scuba suit right here in case we need to go swimming a bunch so that we don't drown, especially if the seas are a little rough. And so I'm just going to put a 0 in my heading hold and steer manually. Alright, so we'll do a fin roll stability system. And I'm trying to think if I want to do it with altimeters. I might do it with altimeters. I'm trying to think I'll probably do it with a tilt sensor and a PID. So we'll do that. That'll keep us more level, and then I want to dim these two backlights. Maybe I'll make them green like the rest of everything, probably. So we can go to either dock. We'll go to this right dock, that was closer. Come in and we'll put our port side on there. Still need to fix the sink here. I screwed that up at one point. But I haven't needed to do any asymmetrical thrust, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let's go and hook up. I want to try to grab this this front cleat here. Oh, come on, get out of the hole. I'm trying to grab it before I go too far here and get stuck in the hole. Alright, so what I can... I'm not going to bother. I can actually... Here, let me do a maneuver here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go rudder hard to the right and a little bit of forward thrust. Just a tiny bit. And that should get us, the rope will help pull us closer, and then we can tie off. So we want to make sure all these people are adequately healed. So that, I picked the person up already. Let's jump them on here. Alright, so you're healed, so we'll make sure they're all healed when they go in so that they don't, we don't get any deductions. Okay. You know, we could probably have them jump with us, but if they fall in the water, we have to get them and they could drown. So I think it's better for me just to kind of make sure I'm careful and do them one by one. Okay, you're all healed up. You still are healed up. Okay, follow, follow, and you need first aid again. Let's get these people in before I have to heal them up again. That should be a nice little payday there. There's the beehive woman again with her beehive here. Okay, so a couple people were less because they didn't have full health, which is fine. That's not a big deal. Alrighty, that was a good mission. Made some cash on that one. 36.5. Alright, so we'll start working on some of the stuff like stability system. And what else do we want to do here? Stability system, we'll dim those. And maybe we'll do the spot while we're at it. Okay. Else I think is pressing. Probably not really. You know, we might benefit from a digital compass, but I don't think it's a huge deal. You know, we've been doing alright guessing as well, so I don't think we necessarily need a digital compass. We could, so in the next episode, I think we might try to go do some resource trading. I need to look at that. Might see if we can pull that a barge with this boat. You know, it's not ideal, but it would keep us with this boat. Alright, so we're going to save this as 20, so... Part 20. Okay, so that's saved. Alright, so we want to work on a roll stability system. Now, we have some, if you see here, we have fins already. Those fins are doing our pitch stability, if you can see there. So what we can do is we can also have them count for roll stability. So what we're going to look for here is, let's see where they're attached. They're coming up here to the stability. Okay. And so let's look at this stability system. So I think I just have pitch going on there. Let me look. So I'm taking the bow altimeter. What's my P? Do I not have this? This is not on. Okay, so my stability system's doing nothing. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Unless I plugged a value in there. Let me look. I think my stability system's been doing nothing the whole time. P, yeah, my stability system's doing nothing. Okay, so I have to fix this. So let's also make it work for tilt. So let's get a tilt sensor. And so we're gonna go ahead. I'll do center of gravity. I'll put it under here. Let me just delete this here. Let's go tilt sensor, and we'll make sure it. Okay, we'll make sure we roll it to port. All right, and then so that's gonna be our tilt sensor. So let's go ahead and find stability here. Okay, I think there's a stability brick here. Let's expand it by 1. Let's update that. Let me make sure I did break something. Okay. Okay, I need to expand it the other way. Okay, update that. Make sure I didn't break anything. Okay, that fit. Okay, nice. So the p-value is going to stay the same. There, I need to put one in, so I never made this work. So we're taking the bow altimeter, and we want to make the set point of 0, so that it keeps our, this is for our pitch, and then for our roll, what we're going to do is we're going to add a node. The number input roll tilt. Okay, roll tilt. Go ahead to roll tilt. We'll just pretty much copy all of this. Okay, what we'll do here is we will do roll tilt is going to be our process variable. We want it to be 0. We want to we'll share the p-value. We can split it up if we need to later. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do some adds, or an add, and we'll add this one to this one here. To this one here. And then we will have that go out to the stern fins. That's not going to work. We need to add, or it says stern fins. That's going to be port. And then the one we just made will be a number output to stern fin starboard. Starboard, because one of them is going to have to be opposite for that. So what we're going to do is for the so for this here we can go, let's say port is going to be positive. We would need to have an add here. Okay, add that. We'll do a function here, be negative x, which I should have just copied this one. Okay, so we'll do a negative x so that the roll, one of them is negative. Okay, and so this will then go to the stern fins. And if we roll the opposite direction, we'll just swap them up. All right, so that should hopefully work. Let's update that. Okay, now we need to start hooking up. So let's do the roll tilt. Tilt sensor does not need electricity. Stern fin starboard will go here. Okay, and then stern fin port should already be connected. That's correct. All right, and then what do I need to do here? Was there one other thing I need to do? I just forgot what I need to do. Let me look real quick. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so let's try this and see how we do. So we should have limited to no roll. We need to add a P again. So let's put keypad. I'm just going to make it pink so I know to delete it. All right, keypad. Why didn't I grab keypad? Keypad. Okay. Keypad on the roof. That's just going to be our P. We're going to connect that to the P value there. We're going to go to electricity, and we'll connect to the panel. All right, so let's spawn it in. Let's start with a 1. That's going to be our P value. Okay, P value of 1. Okay, start it up, see how this behaves. Should probably be doing them one at a time, do the pitch and then the roll, or vice versa, but okay. So let's do a turn. As you can see, no, we're still turning a little bit, we're still rolling a little bit. We're still rolling quite a bit. I don't know if that's worse or better. Let me see if I can make it worse. So that seems to be certainly worse than the pitch, but all right, let's try inverting the roll here. So here we have an inversion for the roll there. Let's go one like that and like that. Let's see if this works here. All right. Let's put a 1 back in here, and we'll tune that later as we need. Alright, so we're having some roll issues still, so let's do this. Let's take this back, let's save it as 20. Let's load, let's go back, come on. Okay. Let's load up our test world, that way I can go into third person and see what they're doing. These fins may be too small to control roll. We shall see. Alright. So let's load the one we just did. And so let's do this really quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some weight blocks. Okay. I'm going to put some weight blocks here on the port side, right around the center of gravity. Actually, the starboard side, because I have it too close to the dock. So let's put them right here at the center of gravity on the starboard side, and that's going to cause the boat to list to starboard, and then we're going to just jump in the water, and we're going to see... that's way too much. Okay. And then we're going to see what the fins actually do. So the fins should be trying to go in the the correct direction. So let's spawn that. Okay, so that's listing heavily to. Oh, Jesus, I'm in free fly mode apparently. Okay, let's turn on all our systems here, make sure that's going to run, and let's go 1 on the PID, on the P value for the PID, and let's jump in the water, and let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, so these fins here on the starboard side, they should be up to try to correct that. So let's look at it, if I can actually look at them. Come on, look at the fin. Look at the fin, come on. I could have just done I'm going to have to do a dial here. This is going to be... Okay. Fin rudders are doing... Okay, I'm going to end up having to do a... Okay, small propeller. All I can look at is small propeller. Okay. We're going to do this with dials. Okay. So we're going to put 2 dials on here. Port starboard. Let's get the values here. So that is going to be port, stability fins port, and then stability fins starboard. I'm going to read them off these dials. Let's go electricity. Might have infinite electricity on, I don't remember. Alright, so we're listing heavily to starboard, so the starboard fins should be up, should be positive, and the port fin should be negative, trying to lift that starboard side. Okay, what is going on here? Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I need to figure out, you know, if they're going to be positive or negative first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a constant number. 1 for the p-value. Where are we at here? P-value. Constant on's good for those two. Bow altimeter is going to be what that is. That's set point 0. We want to roll tilt to 0. We have the roll tilt there. What I'm going to do is make this really simple. I'm going to try to see if the stern fin is going the correct direction. And I'm going to... oh, that's the port fin. Okay, and then I'm going to try to see if the starboard fin is going in the correct direction. And we'll see if they're not in the correct direction. See if infinite electricity is on. Let me turn infinite electricity on so I don't have to power this. Alright, so let's go and check our dials. So the these fins should be trying to go up. Alright, why do you do this to me? Okay, so these are... alright, so they should be it should be negative on this side. Nope, it shouldn't be. Alright, let me try to figure this out here. These fins are tough because they these fins here are tough because they're hard to see. So let's do this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these are going to be temporary. I'm going to match them so they're both looking the same direction so that they're, of course I don't have symmetry on because that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to connect the same nodes to there. Are these not connected to electricity? That's what I need to know. I don't see how these are connected to electricity. They have to, yeah, they are connected to electricity. Okay, they're just daisy chained in instead of direct connected. Yeah, they connect to electricity. Okay, that's fine. We'll connect these even though I have infinite electric on, and then I will put in, go ahead, we'll put in starboard there, and we'll find port. We'll put port in here. And then this will give us a better visual representation of what's going on. We can actually see these move, and we can tell if they're in the right direction. So they're in. So this one here, is that going down? Okay, so that is going the wrong direction, and this one's going the right direction. So port is correct. Starboard needs to be inverted. Okay. So we know that right off the bat now, that starboard needs to be inverted. Alright, so starboard needs an inversion. Okay, so starboard here needs an inversion. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's check them again. Alright, yeah, so this just gives me a better visual representation than those tiny little ones. I can actually see that now this one is coming up. You can see that one's trying to see the fins coming down, which will increase lift. Fin is going up, which will decrease lift, which will help roll it. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so we have that portion hooked up. Next thing we need to do is we're going to connect up the portion for the pitch. And so the way we're going to do this is we're going to add a bunch of weight blocks to, we'll just do the stern. Okay. Alright, well, so we'll add a bunch of weight to the stern, and we'll see how the, I have to actually connect them. Okay, so let's connect them here in the microcontroller. So let's go in there. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, so that's good for starboard. Now I'm just going to take this off of the top here, which is our pitch. And that should work. Alright, so we want to see what these are doing. So as we can see, the bow is out of the water. The altimeter is somewhere in there. It's sticking out of the water. So what we want is we want both of these fins to be pushing down. So let's check them. So this should be a positive number. That was a positive number. And then this one should also be a positive number. And is it? Let me see. That is also a positive number. Okay, so now so they're oriented correctly here. So let's delete out those. Okay, and let's delete the weight blocks. And let's fix our microcontroller. Okay, so now we know we need direct connections here. We don't need any inversion there. So let's go direct to the add here. And we want to go direct to the add here. All right. Port's going to end up here. So port needs no inversion on roll. So it can take a straight inversion there. This one does need an inversion on roll rather. And so should look like that. So let's see. You have the p-value of 1. Actually, let's update that. Let's try it. And if it works, fine. We're all set. If we need to, we can change the p-value with the keypad in a second. Okay. So we should get less bow rise. Alright, so as you can see, it's trying to lift us up out of the water here. So the pitch is obviously inverted somehow. Okay. It seemed like it was working last when I just checked it, but we'll just invert those. Okay. Alright, so all those pitches were inverted incorrectly. So let's go there and there. Okay. So let's check pitch again. All right. All right, so as you can see, the boat's very flat. All right, so that's more flat. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of chop off it. All right, so now let's try a roll. Still rolling, so it might not have enough lift to do that on its own. All right, so we might need more. Might need some bigger fins to do roll. Alright, let's get close enough. Let's just recall it here. Alright, so let's do a test. We're going to do an oversized test here. Make sure they work. We want to make them point the same direction, so we're going to do the hollow section up top. Alright, so the, come on. Alright, so the hollows are up there on both sides. All right, so we're going to connect them. So now these are big fins. We'll see how these behave, and then this should be starboard here. Okay, good. Let's try that with these big fins, and we'll see how it reacts. Alright, so pitch is good. Let's do a roll. And as you can see, does look like we're flatter. But let's check. So that's down. So the other thing we can do here is we can play with our p-value. Let's play with our p-value. Our p-value might be too small. We're under-correcting. So we have to account for that as well. So let's go ahead and take the keypad. Keypad's there. Let's go in our microcontroller and let's actually work the keypad. All right, so we know that the pitch of 1 is fine, so we're going to keep that. Let's work on the, we'll just work on roll here with the P value. All right, so the numbers are probably going to be different. We don't need as violent of a motion for, or as exaggerated of a motion for pitch as we do roll. Okay, so let's set in here 10. So that's 10 times what we had in there. All right, so as you can see, it trims nicely because we have to use the same figure. Let's go make a turn. As you can see, we're perfectly flat now. All right, so that's fine. Let's see if I can do it without the big fins. You know, those little fins might be too small. We can always double up on them, see. I think for the size of them, they're actually the most powerful, but I'm not sure. Okay, so let's put a 10 in here as our p-value. So as you know, people are asking, how do you figure out some of this pit stuff? So again, you know, we were not, you could see that those fins were only going to like 40.44, so they're only going half of their deflection. So we, by increasing the p-value, they'll go more. All right, so nice and flat. Let's take a turn here. Nice and flat. Okay, perfect. So this is good. This is much flatter. Probably go maybe a little higher on the p-value. Let's try, we'll double it to 20. Let's go to the port. Yep, we're even flatter now. So I like that. I kind of like a little bit of lean. It should actually be listing inboard, but you know, that's not a huge deal. So that's much better. We have much better, more stable craft here. All right, so let's stick with that. Let's actually, just for giggles, we'll double this again. We'll make it 40. See if we get what that looks like. So that's even a little flatter. So yeah, that's not bad. I kind of like that. Let's stick with 40. All right. So as you see, the boat's kind of going up and down. That's probably the fins overreacting. We could probably drop the p-value down a little bit on our pitch. So let's actually do that. So remember, if it's overcorrecting, it's going over. That means we can drop the value. So what we'll actually do is we'll go back in here. So this, what we'll do is we'll take this 1 and we'll make it a, we liked 40 for a roll. So we'll actually make the 40 the roll here. And then we'll hook the p-value up here. And we could play with this p-value. So we had 1. So 1 seemed like it was too much. As you can see, it was making the boat kind of buck up and down like it was on waves, even when it was not on waves. And so what we'll do is instead of 1, we'll make that half 0.5, and we'll see if this stops that, because we decreased the p-value, p-gain. All right, so it's a little bit slower to level us out, but let's do a turn, and it's not doing that kind of that bobbing that it was doing before. So it's doing a little bit of bobbing here, but it's not doing as much as it was. So let's dump it down again, 0.25. Let's try to get that bobbing out if I can. A little bit of bobbing. You see we're getting a little bit of rock there. The rock's probably from having a higher, have a little bit of a high p-value. So we can decrease that a little bit too. So let's go half again. See if we take out the. So as you can see, now our bow's coming up, so that's too small. So let's go 0.2. Bow's still too high. We're not getting enough lift on our tail, so let's go to 0.5. And as you can see, our stern's coming up a little on that. Alright, so our stern came up on the end there, so get a little bit of rock in there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, it's not too bad. It kind of gives the boat a little bit of life, this bob, and I just don't want a lot of roll. So. Alright, so that stability system seems to be working well. We don't have that real big list anymore, and especially if we're towing something, we're not going to get as much list anymore, and it's not costing us any speed, which is nice. Alright, so that's good. I think we'll wrap up the video here. I think it was good getting that stability system in. So let's delete out all. So I like having these pick things just because I can, it reminds me to delete them. So let's go ahead and let's, we settle on 0.5. So I'm actually going to do property texts instead. I think we talked about this before, that if you, I'm sorry, property numbers, property number here. So we had a 0.5 here, so P pitch of 0.5, and that's going to go there, and then we can actually pull this, we can pull this P node here, put that like that, and we can shrink it here. Okay, and then so we have a P pitch of 5, and then we'll have a roll pitch, or a P roll of 40. We'll actually do 35. Remember, we get a little bit of rocking, so that was too high, so I'll just make it lower, and if I want to change it later, I can. These constant on signals, that's fine. I'll keep 2 of them. I don't need 2, but alright, so that stability system's up and running. That works well. Okay, so I didn't even have it connected, so alright, so that's good. Let me just double check, make sure all the electricity is connected. It is. So I'm actually going to directly connect it to the battery, so that system will be directly connected. All right, so that is good. Yeah, so that's that. So the stability system working good. Let's do a couple housekeeping things before we go. So let's go to additive paint. We'll select the same color that these all are, and then we'll color those so they weren't blasting our face as much. I think that sets us up pretty well here. We'll do the spot in the next video. We'll do a spot that can both rotate and pitch, and that'll be kind of nice, and we'll be able to control that and put some light where we're working. All right, thank you for watching.